I Know What You Did Last Summer is back. The story is still the same, but hey, it's your casual cinema bro. Let's get to it.
Hey, I didn't mean to scare you.
I Know What You Did Last Summer is a soft reboot of the 90s slasher tale, this time in Gen Z font. A group of teens go out and do what they know how to do best. Fuck shit up. A night of rolling down the street, smoking Indo, and sipping on that gin and juice ends in a group pact to cover up a murder. 1 year later, this murderous secret is back and it's ready to collect. Now let's talk about the good. This movie doesn't get a lot right, but I have to give them credit for their excellent execution of bridging the gap between the 1997 and the 2025 cast through social media. There's a character that hosts a murder mystery podcast. That podcast is used in the movie to give the rundown of what's transpired in the several years since the 1997 massacres. The town's become a tourist attraction while sweeping all the sins of 1997 under the rug as if it never happened. Which I'm glad they explained, because while watching this, I felt like these kids had no idea about their town history. Like, the killer's literally going word for word, bar for bar. This was also a great way to explain the lore and give insight on the killings while giving fans of the series some meta commentary. And I love when a film brings in legacy characters. It was great to see Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr., and we get to see how the events of the first two movies affected them and their choices they made to deal with the trauma. Now let's talk about the horror. I gotta be honest, unless you scare easy, I don't see you jumping too much in this film. With that being said, the tension's still there anytime the fisherman is on screen trying to kill these kids. You may not jump scare, but you'll definitely be covering your eyes whenever you see that hook get lodged into someone's body. Now, we do gotta talk about the bad, of course, and the biggest problem with this movie is the runtime. This movie was way too fucking long. It was almost 2 hours. The middle part really dragged, and there was a lot of unnecessary scenes. For example, Ava, one of the main characters, she developed choking kink in the year that they separated after covering up the murder. You know, I honestly don't know why they introduced it, because we only saw it once in the beginning, and I totally forgot all about it until they threw in a sex scene with her ex-boyfriend Milo, which even then, that was unnecessary because I never got that they had any real chemistry. I mean, yeah, they mentioned they dated, but other than that, it never really came off like they still had feelings for each other. Also, a lot of the core cast doesn't start dying into the third act. In my opinion, that takes away from the stakes of earlier interactions with the killer. This isn't a complicated horror film. A movie like this needs to be as lean as possible. We don't need unnecessary scenes. Let's get to some quick points. In terms of acting, I really enjoy Madeline Klein and Tyreek Withers. They really stood out to me. They played the homecoming king and queen trope really well without them really saying that's what they were. Tyreek's also going to be playing in a new Jordan Peele film, Him. So this was dope to see him in a horror film before his next horror venture. It was also good to see other legacy actors show up. We get a Sarah Michelle Gellar and a Brandy sighting. How awesome is that? Overall, I thought I Know What You Did Last Summer is an okay horror slasher film. The film excels at giving OG fans some nostalgic moments while breathing new life into the series for new viewers. It tries to do its best Scream 5 impression, creating a universe with new lore, but the execution falls short due to the lack of lore in the first place. The next time this franchise wants to tell us what happened last summer, let's hope they come up with a leaner and tighter story. It's your casual cinema bro. I'm out. Like, comment, and subscribe.